Hey everyone, today we are going to be doing a green-red pummeler stream, splashing blue for a couple cards. I really like the deck list, I've played it before, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll quickly go through the deck list. Attune with Aether is pretty much like the crux of this deck. It lets you cheat on land and it lets you get energy, along with Electrostatic Pummeler and Integrated Rampage and our pump spells. Larger than life is the only other pump spell. They both give +4 attack, which is what the important part is. People like to argue instant versus sorcery speed. Instant speed is usually better, but this is kind of just like a show me you have it hand. Like if you don't have a kill spell, then you're dead. That's kind of the point of the deck. So being instant versus sorcery isn't that big, especially because it's going to happen on your turn anyway. Very rarely does it come up that you need to cast Invigorated Rampage after blocks to win, although it has come up before. Long Tusk Cub, 2 in the main, 2 in the side. They're really bad in Fatal Push matchups because you pump a lot of energy into it, which this deck needs for other things, and then it gets pushed, and you feel bad. So that's why we're only playing 2 main, 2 side. We can bring them in when we need to be more aggressive. Serve of the Con basic ramp lets us go Pummeler on 3 and be able to protect on turn 3 and be able to protect it. Pretty important. We'll take Brawler again as a 3 of. It's a little bit, not quite as much of a mana investment, but the fact that it's 2 colored mana in a 3 color deck is a little bit annoying. In the 3 slot, I'm trying Ronus the Indomitable. We don't have many creatures that kind of turn him on alone. We just have the 4 Hydras, but the fact that he can give Pummeler trample at instant speed without having, like, it's a card that does that, then just stays on the board, that's why we have him in. Plus, it's a threat our opponent has to answer at some point. We bring in 4 Rogue Refiners because they're just very good when you're playing blue-green and energy. Surprise. It's like a spell, stable to a 3/2 body. Blossoming Defense is pretty self-explanatory, pumps our creature, getting text-proof, just to protect our pummelers. And then we have the Bristling Hydras, which is just our late game. They come down and they tend to try to win us the game, especially because we can give it. There's times where we have 12-15 energy and you're just like, you can't target it ever. Good luck. And the sideboard, we have 1 Confiscation Coop, which I'm trying. I'm a little scared of putting a double blue with so few blue sources in the deck. I only have 2 Sanctums, 1 Island, and the 4 Aether Hubs as blue sources. But I need an answer to Scarab God, and that's kind of our answer to Scarab God. Our control package is 3 Prowling Serpopards and 2 Spell Pierce. Pretty self-explanatory. Spell Pierce to protect our spells when we try to cast them, and Prowling Serpopard because we don't want our creatures countered. Rampaging Ferocidon is for Teamer Energy. I play mono red, like Remnant red in paper, and this is a dirty card against that deck. The Menace is relevant. The players can't gain life sometimes is relevant, not often in that deck. But the other part that's relevant is that it deals 1 damage whenever a creature enters the battlefield. So if they're creating 2 or 3 Thopters to block with their Whirler Virtuoso, you just dealt 3 damage to them anyway. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out in this deck, but I do have it just to hedge, because I figure we're probably going to face that deck. Fling comes in against removal heavy matchups. Almost, it's akin to Blossoming Defense, where defense will always protect our creature. We only really want to use Fling if our creature is being destroyed and we have no other way to save it. So we're sure it'll be destroyed, but we're going to get some value off it. We have Insult to Injury in case we face another or a random Gideon's Intervention deck. So it's probably not going to come up, and it's kind of the weakest sideboard card we have. And then we'll take Brawler and Long Tusk Cub come in when we need to be a little bit more aggressive, and like I said, Long Tusk Cub when we're not going to see Fatal Push. So that's the deck. And let's get going. We're going to go with a Constructed League. And friendly. because we don't know how this is going to be yet. Oh, whoops. Thought I clicked submit, but I didn't. Hey, tickets. Probably helps if I actually click through and enter the league. Alrighty, and let's play match 1. Alrighty, let's see. Let's have some fun here, guys. Let's standard infect some people. Oh my god. I thought I had those windows closed. This hand is like very borderline keepable. We don't have any red mana. We don't have an attune. We'll have servants for red mana, but that's not ideal. I think we got a mulligan this one, especially going in blind. And there's another mulligan. This will have to do. It's actually not bad. This is pretty good for mulligan. And that on top. Yeah, we put that on top, then we go... Oh, that's such an awkward draw, because we can't play it turn 1. This is best when you play... The attunes are best when you play them turn 1, not when you play them turn 2 or 3. But it does get us our third land for sure. So we'll put that on top. Attune, yeah, that feels bad. Because he gets to turn 1 attune and we don't. We're just gonna lead with the Rootbound Crag. It comes in tapped, or we play a red mana, we don't get to do anything this turn anyway. I don't see the need to leave up shock against Teamer Energy. Never mind. Well, no, they just use the energy, so. Let's attune, grab, maybe an island just in case we get that Rogue Refiner. And maybe he'll think we're on Teamer Energy instead of, I mean, no one's probably going to expect us to be on Pummeler right now anyway, with energy being a big deck, so. He gets Atlantis Cub, we don't care. And type upkeep, and the draw is another Rootbound Crag, which doesn't actually matter here. I think we just go Servant. Servant makes it look like we're still on energy. And right now I don't think we need to expose the Pummeler. The Pummeler at this point is something we're going to play and try to win the next turn with, I think. Now that play may change, but for right now. Oh. Oops. Oh, it's a really nice art on that mountain. Mega spray. Okay, whatever. He's gonna get in. I don't think we're winning this game personally. We just had to mulligan too many times. I mean, next turn we do get up 2 blockers though. Sure, he plays Servant. And we get an Aether Hub. 4 lands is kind of where we want to be for this deck. The 5th land is a little bit awkward. But we're gonna play it out. The Voltaic Brawler might give away what we're playing, but we also need to try to stay alive. Let's see what he does. We can get up to 12 energy next turn. 12 goes to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16, which isn't enough, but so I think we just trades here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, sorry, no. He can't kill us with a cub this turn. Although we take... No, because if we put them both behind cub, then he just pumps his cub, and we lose. Although we should probably put something behind cub, because we're only going to take 2 damage now, which is a lot more preferable. And post combat he goes with the Hydra, and we probably scoop. Oh, that feels bad, because that would have won us the game. Yeah, because if we had managed to play Electrostatic Pummeler last turn, well, we couldn't have, because we played Pummeler, then we would be dead on the swing. There's no way we could have played Pummeler last turn. Oh well. We mulled, we lost, it happens. On to game 2. Teamer energy, so they probably have, I'm gonna assume that they have Scarab God, and that they're gonna have, that's gonna be a relevant card. They have a lot of small burn spells, so don't like bringing in the Voltaic Brawlers, but we might bring in the Long Tusk Cub in their place. And 2 more cards. Take out, I don't like Ronus because if it somehow ends up in our bin, then him having a Ronus on the battlefield is really bad. And we're also gonna go minus a what's a Blossoming Defense? They're not a very heavy removal deck, so I'm pretty comfortable taking out the Blossoming Defense there. We're gonna be on the play, and we're gonna draw a good opening 7. Yes, I would like to play first, please. This opener is... Oh, this is so... This sounds like everything we want. If one of these Orc Refiners was a forest, I think we'd be okay. Oh, this is such a risky keep. Because if we keep it and we don't draw a land, then it feels really bad. We're gonna try it. I feel like living on the edge. Aether Hub. Okay. Add a green. A tune. And then we get a forest. Because it's the most important card in the deck right now. If we're casting Rogue Refiner, we just go up on energy anyway, so. Yeah, I think that's the right play. I'm not sure keeping the hand was the right play, but. Sweet. That's exactly what we wanted, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep up Harness Lightning just in case we see something we want to kill. And we're not going to see anything we want to kill. Yep, that's fine. We want our energy. And pay 1 out of blue. And a colorless for Rogue Refiner. They've had a really slow start this game. Which I'm pretty much okay with. Essence Scatter. Okay. If you're going to use an Essence Scatter on a Rogue Refiner, I am okay with that. What's his follow-up though? That's kind of the important part. Speaking of Ronus, he just has one, which means he probably has Hydra next turn, which means it really tempting to just keep up the Harness Lightning. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. Keep up the Harness Lightning, and if he has it, then he does. Or if he has it, then we got him. We're gonna go down to 1 energy to do it. But then we can follow up with the Rogue Refiner. That's not what I thought it was. We might still Harness Lightning that just to keep him off black mana. Harness Lightning, pay 2, we go neutral on mana, or on energy, and we kill it. Ooh. Pummeler seems really tempting on this board. We gotta build up more energy before we can use Pummeler though. Which sucks. I would also like another land to be able to play it and use a Blossoming Defense in the same turn. That's a really big play. Speaking of, so next turn we run out the Pummeler with Blossoming Defense protection. Yeah, next turn we do that. Long Tusk Cub, that's fine. He does only have 2 energy. Gonna go to my turn. We draw the island. Interesting. Okay, so we have 5 lands now, so we can go colorless, colorless, blue for the Pummeler, and pray that it doesn't have Essence Scatter. Sweet. Up to 6 energy now, which is exactly what we need. Oh, what's it got? Harness Lightning. Gotcha. We are so good at this game. I'm actually not that great. But I like to revel in my little victories. What if it's gonna get tilted that we have double blossoming defense? We're not gonna get in. Actually, I like a little bit of chip damage here, so if he does decide to block, then the pummeler still gets through for lethal. Because at this point, he's not going to kill us with what he has on board. He's not going to get close. But we can kill him next turn, and little chip damage may actually help with that. What do you got, opponent? Whirler Virtuoso. That's kind of an annoying creature to see against our deck, just because the chump blockers can sometimes add up. But that means he doesn't have a removal spell, so that's not true. He still could have a magma spray. And we're not going to block that. And if you're going to use the energy on that, we're certainly not going to block it. My concern was that he was going to go up to 7 energy and be able to make 2 Thopters and maybe eat a little more damage, but as far as I'm concerned, this is totally okay. Servant doesn't help us. Let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, worst that could happen is, I guess, he somehow has he can't even have a suite of 2 removal spells. As long as we attack with both, then we should have it. Because this will get him for 20 minus 3, so 17. Because he would need the rogue, he would need to block the rogue refiner as well. Okay, opponent. Show us a miracle. Of course. Go to blocks. Interesting. He's probably holding up a removal spell. Double it to 10. Double it to 20. Go to damage. Sweet. There it is. We got there. Oh, I used to love playing this deck. I stopped playing it because I stopped playing Magic Online for a while. And just because there was better things to do in paper. But now we have this deck, and now we are going to be a little more cognizant of the fact that they have more removal. Blossoming Defense definitely won us the game. On the play, they get down the Virtuoso before we get the Ferocidon down, which may actually be legitimate. And I don't think we want to bring in Spell Pierce because their removal is relatively cheap. But them having Essence Scatter is annoying. Seeing that is actually a big difference.
That's so funny because it thinks that looks awful.
Let's.
So like, really, of all the things, that's what you think looks awful.
I mean, we might have to prioritize them or bringing in protection, and then if they have the Scarab God, then they just have it. There's nothing we can do about it. And we're gonna bring out. The hard landings are so good, but no, we're gonna bring the Ferocidon. That's much more better. That's much better on the play. When we get it down on turn 3, so good. Let's go. And Art 7 is gonna be like Spell Pierce, Force, Mountain, Island, or no island. Sorry, just no island and like 2 Spell Pierce, and it'll be awful. That's actually very good. I will definitely keep this. This is most certainly a keepable hand. Last one was a bit of a risk. This one we just go attune into a forest. No, attune into a mountain. Into a forest, yeah. No, attune into a forest, then next turn. Oh, there's so many options. I like this. I like this a lot. Attune? He has the attune. So do we. What are the draws? I think at the mountain. So I'm gonna have to watch it for removal. Oh, we got another attune. 3 attune is a bit much for this, but it's also energy, so I'm not gonna complain. So we do a forest next turn. We go forest attune. Unless they present us with something that we just have to answer right away. So that'll get us up to 6 energy. When Palmer comes in, he's 9. I mean, we don't have any removal for this, so. And we have a rogue refiner. We're not even be able to use. Yeah, I like our original plan right now. Of attune, because we need the other land anyway. Attune, grab a mountain. And attune, grab a forest. And we'll play out the forest because we don't need the mountain yet anyway. No, we already played our land. Because that's how Magic works. You cannot play more than one land a turn under normal circumstances. Just in case any of you are curious, is Bristling Hydra. That's kind of the one of the things we don't want to see. But we have nothing to do against it right now anyway. So, oh well. We have to bet that they don't have a removal spell for Pummeler if we're going to play it right now. Because if we play it right now and they do have the removal spell, then it's going to be really bad. Funny enough, Lantas Cub actually holds back Bristling Hydra here, I think, because it goes up to a 5-5 and he can't boost it that high. Well, he can boost it to a 6-5, but that's still going to trade. But then we had nothing to do with the extra mana anyway. Kind of feel like saying just go for it, because we do have 3 more Pummelers in our deck, so I mean, we're in a pretty decent position right now where we can create blockers and block and everything. So that's our turn. Good luck, opponent. I don't think we're at the position where we can use pumps to defend Pummeler. Maybe if it's a 2-drop, we waste 6 energy, then we play Servant or Rogue Refiner just to get some of that energy back. But right now, sure, get in. I'm not crazy enough to block. He boosts the Hydra, that's fine. For all the targeted things we had right now anyway. He's going to attune, which I like. Gets a forest. He's already played a land this turn, which means one of the cards in his hand is a forest. Ah, yes, there it is. There's the removal spell I so feared. That's okay. We'll just top deck one, right? That's how this works. That is not how this works. We cast attune number 4. We're gonna grab the island just the odd chance that it comes up. Then we're gonna play the island. And then a Rogue Refiner. Rogue Refiner comes in, gonna net some energy, gonna draw some cards, it's gonna be awesome. That's the land that we didn't need. That's the one problem with this deck, always feels like it's flooding. And I don't know if it's just this. I swear the tunes count for like 8 mana each. So frustrating with this deck. Eight. I don't really like blocking yet. I kind of want to wait and see what he has because they don't really run much. They don't run burn at all. They run braids and harness lightnings. I don't think we sideboarded Fling in, did we? We did not sideboard Fling in. Well, there's a Pummeler, so we need to live another turn and play Pummeler this turn. So I think what we do... we play the Pummeler and then we play the Long Tusk Cub. Because Long Tusk Cub can actually force trade somewhere. Well, we're going to force him to spend his energy and such. And I mean, if we get to untap, then we just destroy him. Unless he top decks another removal spell. The odds of that have got to be pretty slim, though. I think we definitely have to run that Pummeler out there, though, because we can't live 2 turns. And one of the cards in his hand was a mountain. So, let's go, opponent. I like this. He doesn't attack. Oh, he's scared. Guys, this could be a lot of damage. 16. Larger than life. Play the attune. Oh, yeah. Larger than life. I need green mana for that. Now larger than life. If he has a removal spell. If he has a braid, then I'm not going to be a very happy person. But I mean, there's only so much we can do. Begin combat. We're just going to attack with that. That's all we need to win this game. So, we're gonna kill the Bristling Hydras first, though I'm not sure it's gonna make a difference. That's blocking order. Now 3, 8, 9, 10. He has 10, 11, 12 worth. So we need to get up to 32. That's 36. And then I like going one more for funsies. We could actually, I want to just go as far as we can, but I know that's really not the right play. 72 doubles to 144. Doubles to 200. Yeah. 144 doubles to 288. Oh, if we were greedy, we could have gone to 288 damage. Actually, if we were really greedy, we could have played out the Pummeler. No, the Pummeler gets, or the servant gets us one more activation, and we could have gone to what, 674, something like that. 676, I think. Oh. Well, that was fun. I used to play this just red-green, and I'm really liking the blue splash, because Rogue Refiner is a beast. Match 2. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. So fun. Oh, I got a text and I missed that. Whoops. Let's not do that again. We're better than that, Kevin. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. He didn't have it. He had it the first time. He didn't have it the second time. People don't realize that if they just wait for me to pump my creature, then they'll get a lot more value out of the removal spells. Because if he had waited for me, because I would have had to go for it, 100%. I go for it, then you get rid of my removal spell and like 6 of my energy. Then he's way ahead. But he did not let me waste my pump spells. This is a bad hand. This lets us do nothing until we draw 3 lands. We're gonna mulligan that. This is also a bad hand. This is also a bad hand. But it has a land, and it has the 2-drop. Actually, it has a servant, so it's not awful. Keep. It's way faster if we just draw land, but that's the safe play to put it on top. Game 1 mulligans. Maybe that's a thing. Island is the start off for our opponent. Double island. Maybe they'll play a counterspell. Actually, getting the Botanical Sanctum is nice, then I don't feel pressure to get myself an island. And we can actually just go straight up with a forest here. Then we're going to play the forest, because the Botanical Sanctum comes on tap next turn anyway, so. Cycle Sensor, Cycle Sensor. I'm really glad we didn't have to play around Sensor, because that would have been bad. I was not playing around Sensor at all. I'm really bad at that, actually. I'll admit that. Because I'm about to not play around Sensor again. Because we're going to go with Ronus and kind of hope that it resolves. Safe play is probably actually the Servant, which plays around Sensor. Although it gets pushed. Ronus doesn't get pushed. Although playing... No, we play Servant here. It resolves. And we yield forever. Ah, Fatal Push. And you can't play around both of them, so... Draw the Harness. I feel like Harness Lightning is going to be the exact opposite of useful in this matchup. So we're going to run the Ronus out there. Into a counterspell. And now we have 2 Pummelers that if they resolve, we win the game. And if they don't, then we lose the game. Pretty much. We have now 3 chances with Pummeler. Ah, you now know our true intentions. Deal with it. Essence Scatter again. I mean, he's only answering our threats 1 for 1, so I don't feel that bad right now. And he's not using a Sensor, too. Maybe we bluff the Stubborn Denial. What's that card? Spell Pierce. Disallow. Okay. He just has every counterspell. That's okay. Maybe he just has 3 more lands in hand and we don't have to worry about it. He didn't play a land that turn, so he does not have 3 more lands in hand. Good news, if this one resolves, then we got Blossoming Defense. Hey, nice. Oh, and now he's going to try to kill it. Vraska's Contempt, that's, he probably has another way to kill it anyway, or just a straight up negate, but we have to try it. That's not a negate. That's good. Let's hope he doesn't have anything on his turn. I say that knowing full well that a blue-black control deck will probably have something to kill this on their turn. That's a forest that I didn't want to draw. Do we go for it? If he has any sort of instant removal, then he 2-for-1s us. What's the play, Kevin? What's the play? What's he played so? He's got to have more removal than that. Although it's worth noting that Fatal Pushes are dead on this board right now. They can't kill the Electrostatic Pummeler. And Fatal Push is probably the most common black removal spell in the format, because you're not going to play for Vraska's Contempt at a 4-drop. Is that auto yield? Oh, we're gonna go for it. In case you didn't notice. And now he like 8-for-1s us. He had the Vraska's Contempt. Really? That seems odd. Okay, opponent. It's funny because if we just would have gotten in for 10 there, we actually would have been way ahead. Okay. And then all we would have needed is another pump spell off the top to get in for another 10. But then that 10 becomes lethal and he doesn't play into it. Look at that. I guess we need energy anyway. I can't complain. And it thins the deck out. And we're gonna get an island, because at this point if we draw Rogue Refiner to Rogue Refiner, when we get an island we can play both. Math. This is gonna be a lot of yielding in this match. Glimmer? Glyphic, sure. This is where he has his beat, by the way. There's Rampage. Not gonna do anything right now, but we have it. Evolving Wild, I don't like that because that turns on Fatal Push, which he is not concerned about. Okay. Bristling Hydra is actually very good if he doesn't have a removal spell or a counter spell. He probably has it, but that's okay. Disallow is okay. Lots of yielding. It is important to see exactly what he has in his deck though. Once we know the numbers, then we can play around them a little bit better. And the nice part is we know exactly how to sideboard for this matchup. Good thing we got I guess with the Field of Ruin we get the island anyway, so. Hey guys. Where were all of you when we needed removal? Oh, those are, I think those actually just straight up come out in this matchup. There's nothing for us to remove. We're gonna get a mountain. Scarab God? Search for Ascanta. Okay. He's somehow down to 2 cards in hand. Basically what we're going to do is play with everything that gives us energy. Because I can't imagine much that we need to remove off his board. So when we get it, when there's like any creature on the board, we're just going to go lightning, lightning. And gain a bunch of energy so we can set up lethal. Another Field of Ruin. I imagine it's going to go to the Botanical Sanctum. And we're slowly drawing out of lands. I was actually going to get to the point where we're going to start holding a couple lands in hand. Gonna go search for forest. We don't have anything. Surprise. Our scrutiny is a 1-drop. Oh, look at that. Yep. Pretty much exactly what we expected. He goes Scarab God. He gets back a couple creatures. What do we go with the Rogue Refiner? What do we see? What do we see? It's a pretty tough decision. Does he let this resolve or not? He let it resolve. Look at that. Guess we're gonna play the Aether Hub. No harm in it. We're actually just gonna concede. He needs like a very particular. He has no cards in hand. I should have noticed that. Because him having no cards, I guess being able to just, yeah, we're gonna just yield everything here. He gets back Aronas. So he's just gonna win this game with our creatures. Bristling Hydra. Yield until end. Yeah, at this point we need like a perfect. We need to actually just draw a Pummeler and somehow be able to live the next turn. There, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Takes us down to 9. Servant. You know what that doesn't do? That doesn't win us the game. Yeah, so this one is going to be a heavy sideboard game. Because we don't like Fatal Push, so we're going to take out Lontus Cubs. And probably our brawlers as well. We're gonna take it. We're gonna bring in our flings. I feel like we could actually bring an insult, just as something that deals a lot of damage. But it's arguable whether or not that's useful. Probably super powered for sure. It dodges fatal push, and it dodges counter spells. Ferocodon is bad. Spell Pierce and Confiscation Coop are good. And as much as I love keeping in Hard Sliding just to gain energy off our own creatures, it's not worth having dead cards in hand. I guess we'll bring in one insult to injury, see how it works. We could also argue for bringing out the Ronus, but as a 5/5, it's very useful. We will be on the play. We can't really keep this hand. No, I can't justify keeping that. This is keepable. Not great, but we do get a scry out of it. And we get a scry Blossom in defense to the bottom. We're gonna go tap Root Bank Craig because we don't have to pass priority. I am actually that lazy. Evolving Wilds, interesting. Actually, not terribly interesting, but the fact that he is so liberal with cracking his Evolving Wilds is a little bit concerning to me. But that's also very much a him problem. Yield the turn. And he's just gonna pass with a bunch of mana up. Oh, so are we. What's the draw? Is he stopped on our upkeep? He is. I don't know if we gotta run out the Rogue Refiner here. He almost certainly has counterspells. And if he counters it, then our future Rogue Refiners are really bad. But at the same time, he probably has the Fluorescent Scatter in there. But we're gonna try it. We like running a Rogue Refiner here. Rogue Refiner does not hit. And now we're in a very bad position. I really think he'd be smart to be saving those there's a Servant, which is nice. I think he'd be smart to be saving the Evolving Wilds. Although I can't really talk about being smart. I ran a creature into Sensor. We're gonna get the 2 energy, 100%. We're gonna play that, and we're gonna go cry in the corner. Do we burn the Blossom in defense to protect the mana dork? I think we do. And he could just cycle that away. I'm okay with that. Alright. What do we got here? Another Rogue Refiner. I guess we're gonna try it. Worst case scenario, he has another counterspell. But the fact that he let the Servant resolve makes me think he might not. Hey, sweet. So our opponent just doesn't have it. He might have Sensor, so I'm probably not gonna run with this Servant right away. But I'm pretty happy to go attack right here. Get in for 2. That's 2 whole more damage than we did last game. Actually, he was at 22 last game, so it was 4 more damage than we did. We did -2 damage last game. Figure that one out. Sure. It could just be that he knows Rogue's Refiner is not that big of a deal, so he wanted to resolve his draw spell. Which I would not blame him for, especially if he has other answers to it in his deck. He's not going to play on his turn. I find it really odd that he stopped on our upkeep. What is it you want to be doing on our upkeep, opponent? Bristling Hydra is like a game winner. We're gonna go to attacks first and see if he tries to destroy one of our creatures. Yeah, but Bristling Hydra can actually single-handedly win us this game. We go for 5, knock him down to 13. And then we don't play around Censor because we're bad Magic players. Excuse me. Essence Extraction. The other option is we burn Blossoming Defense. It's not even burning it really. We're still getting it for 2 more. I think we do that, that's fine. And then we just go Servant for the turn, and then we have 2 extra. And a combat, main phase 2. Another Servant. This is where Essence got to the Servant, really. It's not even the first one. I like that art though, that's pretty sick art. Alright. What do you got, opponent? Nothing, because you're blue-black control. Blue-black control just doesn't have anything. Actually, we could just win this here if he doesn't have any removal spells. Ha ha ha. Beginning of combat. Attack with everything. 5 damage, opponent. What do you do? Vraska's Contempt. Target the Rogue Refiner. That's fine. And it's funny because he probably left up. Yeah, we can't do anything else, unfortunately. So we're just going to get him for 2. Because we really want to get this Serper part out. Nice, that's in Scatter Mana, bro. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh. He's gonna cycle, that's fine. Duress. Okay, take one of our Invigorated Rampages. It's gonna feel real bad if he has a second one. Scarab God. Interesting. He knows you don't have removal for it. He also knows his counter spells are useless right now, and he looks like a little bit land dry. No, he's not land dry. We could have made the argument for leaving that land back, and maybe I should have. Out of green, I guess. Bristling Hydra. That's fine. Now, do we offer trade of the Servant into the God? We actually can't now because I played my creatures before combat. If anybody's wondering, you definitely don't play creatures before combat unless you're a bad Magic player. Or unless it just makes sense to. But most of the time you want to keep your mana open. So you need combat tricks. Oh sweet, he's not going to activate it. That makes me all kinds of happy. That's some Evolving Wells. Crap. That's a Fatal Push. Scarab God targeting Servant? Rogue Refiner. Yeah, Rogue Refiner made more sense than Starboard Eye. I was a little bit confused. I also don't know why he didn't do that on Upkeep. Season with something he should just automatically want to do on Upkeep. hey, hey guys. Hey, that's our guy. That's the one that wins us the game. Yeah, we'll get 3 energy. And do we attack with a Hydra? If we attack with a Hydra, we automatically trade with something. But he doesn't have a board that can kill us. However, he can get up actually a lot of blockers. And we can only get him for 20 on this board. No, we can't because we have the extra energy. So we can get him for 40. And 40 is much more than 20. And much, much more than 11. No, no attackers. We're fine holding back here. There's no use suiciding anything in, but next turn we have a lethal attack. Cycle and cycle. Scarab God. Is there any, I guess he can get Servant if he wants to. I'm not sure it's the best play. I'll pop up my graveyard because that's the only relevant graveyard. Yeah, so not particularly upset with how we are right now. He can just straight up be holding a negate or dispel, or I guess not dispel. He can just be holding an answer to the rogue Invigorated Rampage. Like a Duress. A Duress answers Invigorated Rampage very well, in case you didn't know. So now we don't have lethal next turn, but we could draw it. Or we could draw a land. The draw is... Oh, who called that? Who called that? Yeah, I called that. Don't you forget it. We're just gonna kind of stay status quo. He's not doing too much to us right now. And we have a couple 4/3s. That's fine. Yeah, he's dealing like 2 to us a turn right now. Island into Duress. Sure. That one was okay. I'm okay with that one. He's still not going to attack. We're still going to get mana. And nothing is new in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And yep. Pass the turn. He's going to do his end step thing. Nice Scarab God when there's no creatures in the bin. The probably Superpower is a little annoying. It also tells me that he has a counterspell or 2 in his hand. Field of Ruin is fine. I'm perfectly fine thinking of the deck right now, so. Speaking of thinking of the deck, I usually like to run tap lands out there, but alright, opponent, what do you got? What do you got? Hey guys, 2 viewers. Hello, viewer friends. Sure, we'll grab a forest. Because that's what we feel like grabbing. Skater of God, trigger goes on the stack. We yield until the end of the turn. I'm assuming one of the cards in his hand is an Essence Scatter at this point. And guess what doesn't matter? Essence Scatter. Alright, let's go. Come on. We're not going to attack. He is slowly going to kill us with that. It is getting to the point where it's a bit concerning, to be honest. Oh, Ronus, Ronus, Ronus. Oh, hey, look. You can't be countered. Sweet. Torrential Gearhulk? Okay. I'm fine with Torrential Gearhulk. Oh, he has the Vraska's Contempt to get rid of the Prowler, and then he has a counterspell in hand. That was like the perfect opportunity to draw that card too. Yep. And we're gonna let that resolve, yeah? That resolves? That does not resolve. Alright, well that's a little bit frustrating, but we're gonna continue on. I mean, I can't blame him for countering it. It would have won us the game. So what are we to do? We aren't going to declare any attackers. The attackers would have been much nicer with, you know, a board presence. Yeah, this is pretty bad. It's not looking good, guys. In fact, he might just have us. Not this turn, but next turn he definitely has us. He probably attacks this turn. Nope. He has his next turn for sure. Oh, so that was a frustrating game of Magic. That wasn't fun at all. Well, we're gonna win the next one. And we're gonna go 4-1. We're gonna get some treasure chests. And we're gonna rock. That's how this is gonna go. I hope. That's the big part, I hope. Oh yeah, not sure there's much we could have done there. Maybe bringing Confiscation Coup, but at that point, the point where it was relevant, he had all the answers anyway. And it was good on him to see the line of Gearhulk into Vraska's Contempt in a counterspell. So, oh well, can't win them all. I can certainly try, but I'm not going to. We are going to join this match. Alright then. Wonder what we're playing against. We haven't played against Romanap Red yet. And this hand seems like a whole lot of do nothing, but we do get a thinner library very quickly. We're going to keep this one. I've definitely seen worse hands, and we're not going to mulligan and then get no lands, because that would feel bad. And a tune. We're going to grab an island, so it looks like we're playing Teamer. It's going to look like we're playing Teamer no matter what we grab, but When I see Island, I think more Teamer for sure. There's definitely red-green Dino builds out there that you need to be prepared for. But when you see a tune into Island, you know you're facing a Teamer deck. I guess you could technically be facing a Merfolk deck, but that's not in the format right now. Concealed Courtyard. Ooh. Ooh. Mardu? Mardu's something. Unless it's the white-black token deck running around, but no, it has to be Mardu because he's playing red with the Bomat Courier. So we kept a really slow hand for Mardu, which makes me a little bit upset. And yeah, we're gonna go Rebound Craig because we want our opponent to know we have Lance in hand. I think we go Servant. Because if he has a kill spell, I mean, he kills it, and that's fine. If he doesn't have a kill spell, then it blocks his Bomat Courier forever. And if we get to untap with their Servant, we'll probably just take the one for Bomat Courier, I'm not going to lie. But if we get to untap with a Servant, which we probably won't, that's a Heart of Kiron. We're going to untap with the Servant. Sweet. Now we hold up Blossoming Defense with our Electrostatic Pummeler. We're going to play the island that he knows about. Pummeler, go. Now we just need to draw one of our 6 pump spells. No attackers. I don't like attacking here, personally. Tap land, which means we're not going to take an Unlicensed Disintegration. Toolgraphed Exemplar is fine. That doesn't kill us. Although it does accrue Heart of Kiron, which slowly kills us. That's another Bomat Courier. Wouldn't it be awesome if he just aggressively tapped all of these instead of waiting for the combat trigger? It would be awesome. It's not going to happen, but it would be awesome. Alright, we need a trample spell. Preferably in the next couple turns. Rogue Refiner isn't a trample spell, but it's going to help us get there. We're going to look that. I'm going to leave up red just in case we draw Harness Lightning. Please, just or just burn your clock out. I'm okay with either. What's the draw? Botanical Sanctum. Remember I said 5 lands is flooding? We're about to have 6, so yeah. Attune, go up on energy. We are going to thin the deck, which is nominally important. Don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but you never know. And then we yield forever. I think this is also a slow draw for the Mardu deck. They really prefer to have like Unlicensed Disintegration or something. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's still in the beginning. I thought he passed out of his beginning of combat. No blockers. Still no blockers. Rune Raider. Okay. I'm pretty much okay with Rune Raider. Canyon Sloth, so we got to land. We clicked okay here. Speaking of lands and how they are awesome and necessary to play this game, they aren't this necessary. We don't need quite so many lands there. Right, let's go. Even if it dies to Fatal Push, it's just another spell we know he doesn't have in hand. Actually, I can attack with Rogue Refiner here. He's not going to trade anything to it and lets us get in a few more damage. At this point, we're fine to trade off like our Servant. We can trade Lontus. We can pump Lontus Cub and do something. We have a lot of options. Unfortunately, his option is beat face with Hurricane until you're dead, and that's a pretty good option. Especially now that he can crew it twice. Or just crew it and attack with his Telegraphic Exemplar. Or not attack with his Telegraphic Exemplar and leave it up to crew on the backswing. Literally just a trample spell away. And this is what this deck's sometimes like, where you're just playing and hoping for a trample spell and you just never get it. What's he reveal? Scrounger. I don't like that. Bristling Hydra is not the game-winning spell that we wanted. We're gonna run it out because blockers are important. And if he does do something like an Alpha Strike, and which he wouldn't do on this board, but if he does mess up somehow and leave a bunch of creatures like himself open, then that actually sets us up for lethal, or close to it. I think we go Long Tusk Cub here. Long Tusk Cub, get in our beats, get our energy back. Actually, no, because Long Tusk. No. Undo. That would have been awful. We would have lost this game. Actually, an all-out attack. 2, 1, 2, 3. This is 5, 6, 7. Actually, an all-out attack forces him to make blocks, although his big block is Pummeler. And if he blocks everything on Pummeler, then we just kind of go, okay. That gets 7 boosts up to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, no. This is it. And if he crews and blocks one thing, this is a really risky attack. Because if I get like one, like if he has a removal spell or something, then I'm kind of putting myself way behind. That's his block. I think we boost this once just to keep it alive. Let me get him for 5. Yeah, that's a safe play there. He has a Scrounger that can crew, I forgot about that. So that probably leaves us pretty close to dead. It's even sitting right there. How did I forget about it? Wish I had a dramatic reversal in my hand right now, except I play good cards. I'm not letting you do that. Sorry. I can't give it to you that easily. But my career's fine. Okay. He must have a disintegration or something. There's no way he doesn't have disintegration. Hey look, that's unlicensed disintegration. So Marty vehicles. What are we bored for Marty vehicles? You know, Kevin, that's a good question. You don't have a braids. You probably should. Spell Pierce kind of catches a unlicensed disintegration, which I like. Fling also does. Fortunately, not much of our... Like, we're going to take the Lantos Cubs because they're going to have Fatal... I'm assuming that they were in Fatal Pushes. I haven't looked into Mardu lists very recently. And, again, Fatal Push, Protection. I like Harness Lightnings, I like Rampage. And the thing is, like, we probably should have a Braid, but our Harness Lightnings are going to do a good enough job anyway. Ferocidon is fine because they don't make tokens, so we're going to leave it out. We don't need to double our damage. I like this. I like this the way it is. I would like to play first. This hand is very keepable. Botanical Sanctum into nothing. Shout out to the one viewer who's been watching this whole time. You're the man. Or the woman. Or the non-binary pal. Boomat Courier. Abnerdly. Alright. So you are in damage. You are choosing not to sacrifice your Boomat Courier that you cannot possibly sacrifice. We're gonna go Servant and hope you don't have a removal spell. Because Servant kind of makes his hand, and if we don't draw a land next turn, then we're kind of screwed. This hand probably could have had more energy in it, but in the end it's actually, like, it's up there in terms of what we could have kept. Like if we had drawn, well, we drew like land or energy, and if we draw a mountain, actually we're looking really good. Or a Rootbat Crag. Oh, especially now that he has a Heart of Kiron. Well, there's that. We definitely run out the Pummeler because we have the Blossoming Defense to back it up. And now we just need like a crap ton more energy. We're gonna go up to 5. If we just float this energy, we go like 3 hour. We play it on a Pummeler, don't do anything. Play it on a Pummeler, don't do anything. Minus the 2 we have to spend. We're at 4 more is 9. And 9 plus a Blossoming Defense gets us to kill with a Fling. No, we'd only have 8 energy because we need to use Fling again. But that's like 3 turns from now. Hired opponent, would you like to crew your Heart of Kiron with Electrostatic Pummeler on the stack? Big questions in life. The answer is no, he would not. Healed until the end. And we will not choose any attackers, because Blossoming Defense is a much better plan. That's Spire of Industry. That's a black mana. That's a Duress. Oh. He doesn't. Actually, might have a red removal spell. Sure. See it. Probably. I'm assuming he takes Fling unless he has a removal spell. Then he goes Blossoming Defense. And I don't like the Blossoming Defense just in case we're protected for a turn. A braid. Hey. Maybe I should just learn to eat my words. And that's another forest that we probably didn't need. So now we go red and colorless into Harness Lightning. Get that while I can't sacrifice it. Go 6 energy. Yield until next turn. Still yielding. Rune Raider. Sure. We're gonna take 4. He's gonna draw a card that we're gonna know about. It's not even a good draw card. It's we just straight up know what it is. It's a land, and that's a creature. And we're gonna add a red, and we're gonna burn off this creature too. We're gonna neutral on that one back up to 8. And then we yield forever. Ever tell you guys about the time where he just had it every time? This is that time. Oh well. We're pretty far away from winning this one. Oh, sweet. Fatal Push. And we got another forest. Okay. Well, he's probably going to Fatal Push one of our guys at some point. I can't imagine him not using that, so when he does, we'll just use our Fling to kill his Rune Raider. GG. Except not GG. We're still pretty far behind. Sure. We don't have any blockers still because that's a flyer and we can't deal with it. Aether Sphere Harvester. Sure. He's gonna keep up that Fatal Push. That's a Rampage. We can't even do that because we don't have our red mana. So it's gonna feel mighty bad. Oh. That's not how that spell works, Kevin. Choose target creature or player. We're gonna fling it at the Rune Raider and we're gonna sacrifice our servant. which means we're probably going to see a straight up fatal push on our servant. Let's attack. We have nothing else to do but attack. Yeah, that's fine. We got in for 2 guys. We did it. Glory Bound initiates a card. Down to 3. Look at that. We finally got our mountain, guys. Well, guys, we tried. This is a no-go. Yeah, that was just way too much removal, and we did not draw very well at all that game, I don't think. No, that's too bad. On to game 3. Match 4, actually. Match 4 already. Holy cow. Quick stream. It's only 9. Join the match. Yep, we're gonna go first again. And this seems decidedly awful. This is almost like the 3-land for spell, but you can't play. Well, this is exactly what it is. 3 lands, 4 spells, but you can't play under your spells. Now, a majority of our deck we can draw into and play it, so I think we keep this, but just because I don't want to mulligan and get mana screwed. We're gonna play the Rubrand. Craig tapped. Yield forever. Blossoming March. Hey, look, another spell we can't play. I mean, when we get to 4 lands, we are doing fantastic. Probably Sultai Energy. This looks like a Sultai Energy deck. That's a good draw. I'm not going to complain about that draw at all. I do that in case the running Bane board Blossoming Defense, a guy in my LGS does it, so it's good to play around things that you can. I don't mind doing it on my turn. Plus prevents any misclick shenanigans. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Either hubs are 4th mana, and 4 mana means we get to go Bristling Hydra into Bristling Hydra into Bristling Hydra. These are all going to tap for green. Yield until end of turn, because green and blue can't kill that creature. Sure. It has minus, so we can't just block it, which is unfortunate, but that's also how these things work. Rules are made to be followed, they said. That's nice, I said. Lantos Cub is also a creature. Ooh, Pummeler's really good here. Pummeler's so good here, especially Pummeler's so good here. Pummeler's wins the game next turn. Pummeler's so good here. This is exactly what we want. Sweet. I'm pretty glad we kept this hand now. Yield until end. We don't need to declare any attackers. I'd rather just attack with both of them next turn. Sure. The amount of cards he's drawing is a little bit ridiculous. I think a long test cub's gonna help you. You're about to take 20 to the face. We're not gonna block anything. We don't need to lose any of our creatures senselessly. Hostage taker. Ugh. That has to target the pummeler. Yep. That is super annoying, fellas. Harness lightning off the top. Not even once. I guess it happened earlier, but still. So, Bristling Hydra number 2. Let's see if we can win this game on the back of like 18 Bristling Hydras. Yeah, that hostage taker was super annoying. And I was worried about it too because he was drawing so many cards. I mean, he has to draw something eventually, right? You can't really attack here, yeah. The good news is we've kind of stabilized. The bad news is he's casting our pummeler. And another Gimlet Leaf Siphoner. Oh, yeah, I'm really glad we got rid of that Winding Constructor though, because we'd probably be dead by now. Alright, Rogue Refiner. Give us a hope. Sure. Up to 12. Rampage. Actually, do we just win by boosting next turn? That's an option. We're not going to attack, obviously. Because if we attack, then he just trades a bunch of things into it, and that makes us feel bad. And we don't like feeling bad. Let's just yield. I don't think he's going to even try to target our Bristling Hydras. Floating a blue, floating a colorless, 2 colorless. What are we playing? 1 colorless, 1 green. Rogue Refiner. That's fair. The good news is he has not landed a Scarab God yet. We also haven't dealt any damage to our opponent. That's just all him drawing cards. That's really bad. We don't like that original one, so we're just gonna kill that one. Fatal push is fine. It's bothering me too much. That's fine. He had all 4 of them. Oh my gosh. I guess he has already drawn like 20 cards out of his library, but... And hey, look. Okay, now what can we do here? We can go +8 to get 20 power, all with trample on the board. No, 16. So we get 20 trample. We actually can't do that because we don't currently have enough mana. And I don't think we're dead passing turn, especially when we play this Bristling Hydra. Yeah, next turn we definitely go for it, especially if he attacks. We're gonna have 2 Bristling Hydras as 8/7s with trample. And then we gotta give 2 of them trample at instant speed, plus whatever pumps we can do. I may have actually had it that turn. Because I can pump 5 times with that. Yeah, I probably would have had it that turn. So he's at 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocking. And I was getting through for 20, not 20, 16, 17, 21. So I wasn't going to have it if he had to block with everything. But I wasn't going to have it. Widening Constrictor feels awful. That feels like the one card we don't want to see right now. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when your opponent draws through half their library by turn 8. Yep, beginning of combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he has a Blossom in defense, we're just dead. Oh, no, we're gonna go to... So we can do that and we can pump a couple times. Because we're going to use those pumps anyway to boost them, so... And if we didn't want to be dead to just a random... a random spell off the top. Sorry, like a random Blossom in defense. That's another Lawn Tusk. But Lawn Tusks are great blockers here. Now we're dead next turn anyway. I think we just gotta go for it. So 1 and 2, larger than life. Definitely this one. And larger than life, one of our other ones. Spread the trample like a disease. Then we attack with everything. And let's hope he sucks at blocking. He's got to use Electrostatic test cups to block. Blocking damage order. We're gonna put long test cubs at the back. Because we're probably not gonna kill them anyway. He can get 4 more off the long test cub. So pretty much he can get 4 more off the long test cub. We're getting it for 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. If we put it here, sorry, this is just math, it's straight up math. So we go through 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're attacking for 15 total here. This one's going to get through no matter what. This is going to be fine. So that's going to be 4 or 5? 5? That's going to be 5. So that puts them down to 7. And then we need to get through 7 more between these two creatures. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's getting through for 1 currently. And 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 is getting through for 3. So no, that's 4. So we put it down to 3. Oh, we gotta give the boost to the bigger guy, because they're both being blocked with the same amount of toughness. So this guy's just gonna get through for more anyway. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. All that time doing math and it didn't actually matter. Sure. This is kind of like the last big hurrah. Like, if we get this, great. If not, well, this is like the best we could have done. Because he had us dead next turn, no matter what. Five and 7. 6. Oh, we missed by 2. And that's game. Oh man, that is game. That is 100% game. Yep. It's frustrating to lose by 2 damage sometimes. So this one, it's actually really funny. We can actually take advantage of his Glint Sleeve Siphoners, but we just want to kill him first. These are going to be good. We don't really care about... I don't think they're going to bring an Essence Scatter. I don't know the Salty list very well. So I don't really care too much about the Serpent. But they have Fatal Pushes. And they still have Fatal Pushes. Nope. Fatal Pushes. And we're going to submit. We're going to play first. And this seems... It's that awkward thing where if this is a forest, that's a fantastic hand. It's still a good hand and we're going to keep it. But it's just that one turn slower. Actually, I don't think that turn makes a difference unless we're going to be drawing a 2-drop. No use. Put that out. No place. I like the fling here though. I mean, fling wins us the game last game. So, speaking of drawing forests in a timely manner, attune, get the island, play the island. Yield for the turn. I mean, at least we can cast our Bristling Hydras now, but just going Bristling Hydra is too slow against it, like, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be way too slow. Especially if I don't get lucky and top deck the Harness Lightning this time. Yep. We're gonna yield. And yield again. This is not what I made the name of the stream to be. I didn't choose update. Yes, that's a very important part. There we go. We don't have any blockers as we're updating our stream information. Our main phase, we're gonna go with a Bristling Hydra. I have a feeling we're not gonna get that third win here, boys. This deck just doesn't have the interaction to deal with Sultai, I don't think. I mean, we can't block it. Enjoy drawing your extra card. And your Rogue Refiner. That's going to be 2 extra cards with the Glint Sleeve trigger. Rootband Craig. Actually, if we attack here, you can deal 5. So we do this. Next turn we can go... Oh, next turn we can actually just kill him. Because we go larger than life into Invigorated Rampage. And then we pump him a couple times with the energy. Yeah, next turn we have it. And then we just fling. Fling is such an underrated spell sometimes. Hey, welcome to the stream if you're just tuning in. I had it marked as a sealed Sunday when it was not a sealed Sunday. It's Wednesday today. We're currently 2-1. 1-2, sorry. No, we're 1-1, aren't we? I think we're 1-1. It's been a long day. Sure. Combat. I ain't got no answers to that. Rishkar, fine. Rishkar might not have been fine. Rishkar's probably fine now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we getting in 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. Oh look, that spell pierce probably could have used like. Actually, no, he hasn't cast anything this game. Spell pierce would have actually been dead draw. So, sure. Lars in the light. Invigorated Rampage. And I feel this is a win for us no matter what, so 13, 14. Go to tax. And this time we get the kill. Oh, they... Son of a bitch. Man, imagine if I just noticed that would have been the kill. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's a kill. You know what feels really bad? Oh my god. I can't believe I punted that. The mistake there was pumping everything in main phase. If I'd waited to go to blockers and then presented a much more lethal threat, then it would have been okay. But instead, he just traded his board for mine, except he still has 2 very good creatures on his board, and I have nothing. Yep. And there's another best friend. Best friend is a Glittenless Sleeve Siphoner. That card has been bomb for him this game. They'll take Brawler, will not get it done. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so we're gonna go. That was game 4. Yep. So we're gonna go to match 5. Last match of the night. And then we're gonna go over all of our bad punts. That was so bad. That was so bad. Oh, that might be the one that you never get over. That's how bad that was. Because there's no way he blocks with everything there. Alright. That was awful. That was probably the most embarrassing thing I've done in a long time. That was pretty bad. I can't get over that. That's how bad that was. Oh, now we're gonna spend like a minute in queue. Alright. Let's see if we can at least get a win here. And get a win and save ourselves. We're gonna go first again. I think we've gone first like 4 games so far. This hand seems like it has a lot of potential. This is a very keepable hand. Turn 1, a tune into a mountain. This can't be the Ramen Bread. He would have had a play on turn 1. I guess that's not true. Ramen Bread can't always play on turn 1. Oh, that's a Pummeler. That's exactly what we wanted here. This is kind of how the deck's supposed to run, minus the fact that he's probably got a removal spell, like a shock. Ramen Bread doesn't play Mega Spray, so yeah, if he shocks a servant here, he didn't. Earthshaker counter fine because next turn we go Pummeler with the Blossoming Defense back up, and then the turn after we win. Oh, that's fine. I don't even need that attune. And that's where going on the plate matters. Because if he's on the plate there, then he's either has his 3-drop threat down already, or he has 2 mana untapped and can deal with. He has 2 chances to deal with the Pummeler instead of just the 1. And if he's going to deal with the Pummeler, then he has to like tap out on his turn to do it. Soulscar Mage Sign. I am not going to block that. So we're going to go for it. We have the energy, we have the rampage. Can you deal, opponent? Can you deal? He has to have some sort of interactive spell. He also has to know that he has to block here. He didn't block. I guess he's on like the waste all your spells plan. If he's got an abrade, this is where he uses it. Shock. I mean, worst case, okay, because the Soulscar Mage gives it -1/-1 counters. So we'll give it Blossoming Defense. And he doesn't have a response to that. I guess Blossoming Defense, even if he had another shock, would do it because he would go up to. We'd be more than lethal anyway, because we have the other pump on stack still. So that's exactly how this deck is supposed to look, and we just outrace some Ramen Red. Okay, what do we sideboard against Ramen Red? The Lawn Test Cubs are good. They come in as good blockers. I'm not really liking if they'll take Brawler in the 3-color build, although the 3 colors, I don't know, Brawler, maybe we should be keeping in Brawler in a little more often. We don't need Spell Pierce. The amount of non-creature spells they have is fine. I don't like Ronus. If we're gonna have a creature, then we want one that can just block. And probably, yeah, I gotta think taking out these 3 is the right play, and then bringing in the flings. Because the slings just give us that little bit more extra combo potential where we can just like go off and kill you. Well, let's hope the next game draws as well as the last. Let's hope this game goes as well as the last game. If I can get my words out. English is a tough language. This is a good start. This is pretty much what I can hope for. We're going to keep this one. We go Attune into Mountain into... Hopefully we draw a good 2-drop. Opponent's on the mulligan. He's probably got a Skill Scar Mage. That works. Roger Fighter's not a bad card to have. Grab the mountain. Pass the turn. He got in for 4. We're gonna go with a mountain and leave up Harness Lightning. Harness Lightning is pretty good here. I see no need not to use it. And we're going to kill... I feel like killing Soul Scar Mage is a better play. We take a little more damage, but we can just trade off for that at some other point. And then... yeah, we definitely take the Soul Scar Mage here. Because putting that in the bin when he's on 3 lands, he's probably kept a land heavy hand, especially if he doesn't have a 3-drop. So... we just kill it. And we go up in energy, so we go up to 3. We grab a... yeah, he didn't even have a play there. We're gonna draw some cards. Draw some cards, get some energy. Hazoret or Chandra? It is Hazoret, which can't attack or block. Oh my gosh. Oh, opponent. What? I feel for him because this was us like the last game. Like the last 3 matches. I say I feel for him. And I do. To a certain extent. What do we do here? One of the just game-winning cards against this deck is the Bristling Hydra. Although getting it down now doesn't do anything. Because Bristling Hydra, once you get it big enough, just blocks Hazoret forever. And you laugh at them. Ha ha ha. And they go, ah, I can't get through with Hazoret. And then they cry. I've been there. It sucks. So I think we go Rogue Refiner right now, draw that extra card. We're pretty good for blockers right now. So Rebound Craig comes down next turn. Sure. Bomat Courier's fine. Hazoret discarding a Hazoret? Sure. What's the play here? Next turn we can get in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 unblocked, which is not a kill. So we probably chump this one. Oh, yeah, end step's fine. 8 puts that up to 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually makes this just straight up block Hazoret, so it kind of feels bad wasting our energy, but now we can just straight up block Hazoret for days, for like lots of days, like all of the days. We're also gonna go Servant. Yeah, this is why we bring Lanta's Cub in, because it's gonna get to the point where Hazard can't kill it. Yeah, we're gonna get 5 counters on it, and that leaves us 2 damage clear. And then eventually we can just get in with our trample and laugh at him. Ha 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 ha. That's the beginning of combat. Sure. I'm not gonna complain if he's not gonna attack. And there's the Pummeler. Oh, you guys know I love this game, right? This game is like one of my favorite games ever. We're gonna add more energy to our pool. I have to think he's got to consider conceding at this point. Because now he can't kill us next turn. No, that's, I don't know that. He could have the God Burn hand and be able to kill us, but he'd still have to get through on the ground, which isn't going to happen. This card's a Glory Bringer. Sure, 10 to 10. Sand Strangler. Well, good thing we have Hexproof in our hand. Ta-da! Oh look, that ability is gonna fizzle. Womp womp. This is super lethal. Doo-doo-doo. Go to combat. Yeah, he just concedes. He knows that's lethal. That was another one getting in for a bunch of damage. So we got 40 play points. Not bad. Kind of wish we could have drawn a little bit better. As for the deck, I was testing out the teamer list. I thought we probably want a Braids in there somewhere. Sideboard probably, because our main board Harness Lightning is usually going to be good enough. Let's wait for this to load. Yeah. So in the sideboard is where I'm mostly looking at this deck. I'm really fine with it main board. Sort by CMC. Like I'm fine with this main board. We might do it just the Lantas Cubs or the Voltaic Brawlers. I don't really love it for Voltaic Brawler, but to be fair, I think we only drew it once or twice. Wasn't it never really shone through as an all-star. I like the Rogue Refiner. It just added a little bit more oomph to the deck, a little more consistency. Ronus, the one time we had him, would have won us the game, but our opponent had that sick play where he went like Gear Hulk into Vraska's Contempt in a counterspell, and you're just like, well, that's fine. It happens. Bristling Hydras were great. They won us a couple games. Probably would have won us another game if I didn't punt it so hard. But that's okay. But the sideboard is where we really want to clean it up. We probably... These should almost certainly be a Braids. Like, these two and maybe this should be in a Braid. So those are Braids. The Prowling Serpent parts I liked. They did their job in the matchup they could. Except for when they died to removal. But everything dies to removal. Spell Pierce never came up. Confiscation Coup probably should have came in against that green-white... Or the... Wow. The green-white... black-blue control deck. Lantas Cubs were good in the games we brought them in. Again, they're definitely like a Roman App red card. Or anywhere where you're for sure not going to face Fatal Push. So, thanks for watching. If you caught us on the stream, thanks for coming out. If you're catching on a replay, feel free to like and subscribe. You'll get notifications when I post things. And I'll appreciate it. The closer I get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, the closer I get to making my own YouTube channel. Or my own YouTube domain name. which is awesome. I like that idea. Next stream is going to be on Sunday. We're going to be doing probably Ixalan draft unless something's coming up. Unless there's like a constructed or a limited, like a special limited tournament. It doesn't look like they're doing anything. Just PTQs. And I didn't really... After the last PTQ, I'm not quite looking forward to another one. League, Ixalan Friendly, Intermediate Swiss Draft League. We'll probably end up doing the Intermediate Draft League. I think that's what we'll end up doing on Sunday. Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Time. Be there or be square. Thanks for watching, everybody.